There's no place like home, isn't that what they say? And there's no better place for me to op shop than in my own hometown of Tukli. This is the TNC op shop. I visit, I would say, every couple of weeks, and I'm always on the hunt for vintage. This is where I find a lot of it. This set caught my eye, a skirt and short sleeve set, but yeah, it just wasn't me. I then spotted this vintage tennis skirt which looked tiny, but I thought I'm going to give it a go because it's just too cute. I just love a little sporty tennis skirt. Just look at the craftsmanship. It's so good. Still on the same rack, I then spotted this white midi skirt. It had pockets and a beautiful gold buckle at the waist. It was vintage also, so I immediately held on to that one. So then I wandered through the store and I found this knit dress, which is actually handmade. I cannot believe the talent of some people. Then I spotted this Gucci-esque blouse. The colors weren't really doing it for me. It had beautiful vintage buttons, but it just wasn't really my style, and a resort collar is not my favorite. So once I was done in the women's section, I wandered off over into the men's and found this amazing vintage shirt. I love the lime green with the orange window pane print. This one, also vintage. Love the denim colors in this, and I don't mind that it's a smaller plaid. It's more of a check, I would say, so I grabbed that. Then I found this shirt. Look at the label, vintage Target. How old is that? But this one wasn't really doing it for me, so I left that one behind. So then off I went into the fitting room. Of course, I loved the men's shirt. I don't know what it is about a man's shirt. It just fits so well. They're so classic, and I just love the cut. Loved the colors. But then the lime green shirt I loved even more. I love the sleeve. They're just so classic and timeless, and I was sold. Just as I thought, the tennis skirt was much too small for me. It fit. I mean, I could do up the zip and the button, but I could barely breathe, and it just wasn't the right fit on me. And unfortunately, the same thing with this skirt. It was just way too high-waisted and way too tight. It wasn't flattering on me. Had it been a size bigger, I would have grabbed it for sure, because this is the style that I love. And this is just me showing off my cute little OOTD, and I am loving and wearing my new vintage bag. So 2 shirts at $2 each, not a bad thrift trip, but then it was off to the Ayra op shop, another favourite of mine, and where I have found most of my vintage. And despite a good scavenge, there were 0 finds. So the following day, once I was caffeinated, I took a trip to my local Salvos in Tukli. I wandered straight over to the bags and I found this one, which is vintage. Can you believe the price tag is still on there? $100. That's just crazy. But this is not my style, and so I left it behind for someone else to find. Pants are definitely the hardest thing to thrift for me. So when I saw this pant, I thought, wow, what a great piece to take with me when I travel to Hawaii. I mean, it's made for me. It's got palm trees on it. It's a beautiful wide kind of balloon leg. I did not recognize the label, but it did look vintage, even though I don't think they are. And even though these pants don't have pockets, which is usually a no for me, I had to take them. For $6, hell yes. And then I thought I'd just quickly look through the racks. I spotted this print, thought it was vintage, but was sadly mistaken. And then I spotted this pleated skirt in the black and white colorway, which, you know, that's my favorite, but again, not vintage, so I left that one behind as well. This denim skirt kind of caught my eye because I liked the pattern, but again, it was fast fashion. So yes, it was just more and more fast fashion, no vintage finds, but I was so happy with my Hawaiian pants and took them without even trying them on. So then I drove on over to St. Luke's op shop. They always have these $1 racks out the front, but when I looked closely, the signs were saying 5 pieces for $2, which is an absolute steal. Look, a lot of it isn't great, but let me tell you, I have found a lot of vintage on these $2 racks. The only piece worth taking a second look at was this De Cuba little boho piece, but I have something very similar and I love mine so much more. I was about to go in and they had this rack of jackets just in front of the entryway, and I thought I'll have a look. Even though winter is behind us, I still wanted to have a look, and I shouldn't have, because I spotted this multicolored houndstooth blazer, which was absolutely stunning, vintage of course, but I do have one very similar already, and so I put it back. So then I went on inside and went straight to the nightwear section. This is a vintage nightgown and I do collect them, but I passed on this one because it feels a little grandma-ish. Okay, this one not giving me the grandma vibes, but the pink just wasn't saturated enough for me, so I left that one behind. I do need some new denim in my wardrobe and I'm just looking at anything at the moment, but what I'm coming across is mostly fast fashion, so of course it's a pass for me. A vintage vest that's 100% wool. I still look at these pieces even though I know they don't suit me, but this time I was smart enough to leave it behind. I am obsessed with this vintage Katie's label. This is the oldest Katie's label that I have come across, except this shirt was not doing it for me, so I left that behind as well. I took a second look at this contemporary piece. This is very in at the moment, this kind of dolman short sleeve floral tropical shirt. I much prefer my Hawaiian vintage shirt, so I left that one behind, and that was a wrap for that day. This is what a typical Saturday looks like for me. I will drive to one of the many gorgeous little pockets of coastal towns that we have here on the Central Coast. Today it happens to be Terrigal. Love Sonoma Bakery because they have the most delicious almond croissant, which is my crack, and a cappuccino to go with, of course. And then I'll just wonder for hours. And there is this quite unique boutique. So half of it's a hair salon and the other half is fashion. And they also stock a beautiful range of pre-loved pieces. And I just love going through what they have. Sometimes I will find something very special. Other times it's just, a feast for the eyes. So I'm going to zip it right now and let you guys enjoy. feeling so re-inspired by anything boho. Bohemian chic is at the forefront of what's fashion once again, and there's something in particular that I am obsessed with finding, and that is a cowhide bag, maybe a tote shape. This bag caught my attention because it is quite bohemian. It's beautiful soft leather. I am holding out for that cowhide tote bag that I am going to manifest. But even belts. I thrifted a beautiful vintage belt a couple of weeks ago, and to me a belt is like a piece of jewelry. It can do so much for an outfit. It ties an outfit together, and she had quite a good selection of belts. So on the way home, I decided to stop off at Long Jetty. There is what would you call it? It looks like a garage. It could have been someone's home, but it's called Webster's Vintage. There's a whole lot of stuff in there, but you really got to dig for it. It's kind of like someone's trash is someone else's treasure. The only thing that caught my eye was this scarf print dress. But I decided to leave it because I felt that it was a little dated. You just walk into this place and there's stuff everywhere. I did find a couple of vintage dresses, but yeah, they weren't anything that I could work with. I need to be able to modernize my vintage, otherwise I'm just not interested, and I felt that these pieces were a little too matronly for me. What you will find on the Central Coast is that a lot of boutiques have their own pre-loved destination. It may just be a rack outside, it may be a rack in the boutique, but this is something I'm seeing a lot more in a lot of different places. On a Sunday morning, I will get up, go grab my coffee, and then decide where I want to go for a hike. I decided to go to the entrance on this day. I also remembered, because of the great weather, the Sunday markets would be on. Now, pre-COVID, the entrance markets was so good. I found so many beautiful vintage pieces. Sadly, it just hasn't been able to get back to what it once was. Not many sellers show up anymore. There is one guy who has a ton of clothing, and his deal is $10 a piece or 3 pieces for $20. As soon as I saw this Q top, I knew it was something that I could wear. I think it's quite current. I love a cowl neck, I love a stripe, and even though I couldn't try it on, I had to take it. For 10 bucks, what a steal. I had to take a second look at this lace skirt, but it wasn't really giving what I wanted it to give. So then just around the corner is the entrance Vinnies. I decided to pop in and have a quick look. This is another vintage set by Sportscraft, but again, it's just not my style. These espadrille sandals were in pretty good condition, a gorgeous neutral colour. They were also really good quality, made in Spain, but they weren't my size. And it's not as though I need another pair of espadrilles, but 12 bucks wasn't too bad. The only reason why this tank top caught my eye is because it's a high neck and it's by Basic, so I had to try that on. This brand is quite good. It's from Stockholm, and I mean, this shirt isn't bad, but yeah, I'm not paying $35 for it. And then I saw this tapestry piece, which was kind of like a bustier, a little strapless top. At first I thought it was vintage, but then I saw the closure and the zip and I knew that it was fast fashion. So no. Yeah, the tank top was just all kinds of wrong. It just, yeah. No. You guys, on the weekend I go for my walks and yeah, I live in my sweats. On a Monday, I love to ease into the week with thrifting. So here I am at my local Vinnies at Tukley, where the prices are not as steep. So here is a dress that caught my eye only because it's made in Paris, and yeah, it's not really my style and it looks kind of tiny for me. This is a little vintage pistachio jacket that I took a second look at. I couldn't find a price on that. And then I spotted this Veronica Main top. I thought it was sweet with the deep V and the puffy short sleeve and thought I'd give it a go. This shirt kind of reminded me of the denim skirt I saw last week, but yeah, it's only just jeans, so I passed. This is a beautiful skirt, not too sure about the colour. It's by Jack and Jack, which is kind of expensive. It's an Australian label, so $12 wasn't bad at all. I am always drawn to primary colours. It's just preppy vibes, isn't it? It's kind of Americana, Australiana, but ultimately the print on this skirt just wasn't for me. I found a couple of pairs of shoes by Edward Meller. They were in excellent condition. These are a suede Mary Jane with a little block heel. Not bad for $25. And this is the other pair. I thought the colour was quite interesting. This is a pair of Vince Camuto suede flats that are in this kind of mushroom colour. $15 for real suede. They're in pretty good nick. Not bad at all. This is such a pretty dress. It's tiny though, it wouldn't fit me. But Lovers is again another very expensive Australian label. This is a vintage leather skirt which was in excellent condition. And again, I thought $30 was quite reasonable. You would not believe it, you guys, but just before I was about to shoot my look, a big bird poo fell out of the sky and splattered onto my clothes. Yes, look at that. Disgusting. I still got the shot though. Okay, so yeah, this is not doing me any favors at all. I just don't like it at all. No. On the way out, I spotted a hat, and I am a hat girl, and I thought this was quite a different shape, but in the end I felt it was a little too safari for me, and so I left it. Okay, so here I am in the men's vintage shirt. Love the colorway of this. I think it looks great with my Levi's mini skirt and yeah, a pair of loafers, a cute bag. That is a go-to outfit for me. I don't know why I keep repeating this look. I guess because I feel so myself in it. It's so comfortable and it's zero effort for me. The loafers I've had for years, they're by Coach. The bag is so cute by Michael Kors. I just love the little trunk. It's just a very casual, simple outfit. I also love this look as well, a little unexpected with the Bermuda denim shorts. They're from H&M. I really do like this color on me. It kind of livens the complexion, and I wanted to tie in the orange in the print of the shirt. I remember that my mum had a pair of orange sneakers. I don't know, maybe a little too matchy, but I went with it. I have this cute little beaded bag by Anthropology, which has some orange beads in it as well. Even though I've got a few different vibes going on in this outfit, I quite like it. It's unexpected, and an element of the unexpected is something I find so interesting in any look. Okay, this has to be my favorite look. I just love these pants. They are so breezy, effortless, comfortable because of the sheared waist. I think they look so modern, and I just love the relaxed vibe. So my shoes are by Aloha's. How fitting, you guys. But I think they're the perfect sandal in this gorgeous nude suede with the little gold suns. This cami I have had for so many years. It's by Rachel Pally. My pretty straw bag is from Bali, and yeah, I just love this look, and I will 100% be rocking this look when I'm in Hawaii. Okay, I wasn't sure about this Q top at first. I tried dressing it up. I didn't like that. So I had to find the right bottoms to dress down this top because it doesn't look good just left out. So I needed something that wasn't too high-waisted to show off the top. And so I really love these Zara jeans. They are my go-to jeans at the moment. I love the silhouette. Whatever top I pair with these jeans, it just works. I am so in love with these shoes by Anthropology. I wore the hell out of them autumn winter, and I'm going to continue wearing them because they're just the perfect pointy flat mule. So comfortable. You wouldn't think so, but they are. And this little H&M bag is a dupe for the Miu Miu one. Not an exact dupe, but close enough. And I have worn it so much. I love the color. It goes with so many outfits. And so again, another very simple outfit. My gold necklace is by Anthropology. I just love a bar necklace or a choker necklace. And that is a wrap on this video. You guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I really hope I see you in my next one. Bye!